crypto community. This is Jade back with another article, this time from Tron Weekly Journal, titled Triple Threat Match Between Ripple, Facebook, and Swift for Cross-Border Remittance. Now, the article starts out talking about how the development of cryptocurrency in the digital payment the development of cryptocurrency in the digital payment category may have influenced the cross-border remittances. The number of blockchain startups and other financial institutions are seeing this as an opportunity to leverage their businesses shortly. To exploit this opportunity, businesses have started making use of their existing colossal user base, like Facebook, while others, like Ripple, are partnering with fellow financial institutions such as MoneyGram and Coinfield to take their game to the next level. So the article goes on to talk about how $529 billion as of 2018 was being moved from middle to low income nations, which equates for about 10% of, or which is more than 10% more than was moved the previous year between, again, middle and low income nations. So obviously the idea behind RippleNet is to be inclusive to low-income nations, so that's probably why they're using a figure representing specifically that region of, those regions of the world as opposed to the world as a whole, right? The article also goes on to break down exactly why Ripple's, taking over this industry, because with the traditional system, on average, every $100 you send, you're going to spend $7 sending that 100 somewhere, right? So Ripple obviously makes it far more efficient for all these people to go after, and that leads into the low-hanging fruit, as the article refers to institutions such as MoneyGram, PayPal, and Western Union, who are really locking these transaction rates quite high, which in turn allows blockchain startups to find an alternative to this traditional and inefficient means of remittance. That precisely is what Ripple is trying to do. The blockchain firm has a vision of creating a dent at global than just doing roadmaps of features. It seems, that was a weird sentence, I know, but I think the idea is pretty straightforward. Ripple intends to really come at the remittance market and just take a big chunk for itself, right? Putting a dent in it. And it's not just, it's not just about them releasing cool little features like Xcurrent that everybody's going to use over Swift. No, it's about creating a brand new, interoperable and standardized global payment system. That's what it's really about. But this says it seems they are here to fight between 0 or 1 to either make the impact or accept failure. And obviously that's something that many of us as early investors need to obviously entertain, the possibility that Ripple will not be the ultimate successor. I mean, that seems unlikely for many of us because of the research. Personally, for me, the research that I've done, it seems unlikely. But, teach their own, and there is no certainty. None of us, myself included, have a crystal ball for the future, right? So no matter how certain I am, you should not take my certainty as absolute, right? And they make a great point of that because obviously this is a very competitive space. Even though we believe that Facebook's Libra coin stands no threat to us, and Swift is now getting into the DLT game, which they talk about here in the final section down here. So it's worth noting that Swift is also in this race with plans of employing DLT-based global innovation GPI platform. So it seems Swift is actually planning on leveraging Ripple's XRP using its platform when there is a cross-border transaction. Oh, I didn't even have to point it out, right? The article just straight up said it for me. Ripple intends to use Swift's GPI, right? So this isn't really Libra versus Ripple versus Visa. No, it's Libra versus the financial banking industry, with Ripple being their standard bearer, right? Ripple's up there flying the XRP flag in front of Libra saying, hey, come get us. You can't kill us. My team's better. That's why I carry a flag. You ain't got no flag, Libra. they do, but you know, it's being carried by Zuckerberg, and you know he's not gonna last long. Just kidding. But instead of making things centralized, though, Swift might make use of Ripple's partnership with various banks and financial institutions to use XRapid and XRP, creating multiple loops. With the obstacles in the cross-border remittances cost efficiency approach with the fastest transaction methodology, the end-to-end protection will be the leader in this business. So again, yes, there is a battle between Ripple and Facebook, kind of. Libra coins, you know, kind of a competitor to XRP, but only in the consumer end, right? And Ripple, as their, you know, David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse have made clear multiple times, Ripple's not focused on consumers. They're interested in B2B, business to business. And so at the end of the day, Libra coin and XRP can survive in an ecosystem together, and they can benefit one another, right? Libra coin just connects up with RippleNet whenever it wants to transfer funds from, you know, the Libra conglomeration over to the traditional financial conglomeration, which will be composed of RippleNet partners, right? So, at any rate, this article is pretty interesting read. Good stuff here. It was written by Garadhara Raham. I probably butchered your name, and I apologize. But thank you for the fantastic article. I really do appreciate reading Tron Weekly Journal. Most of my experience with reading anything from over there, they're pretty good about being objective. I mean, we've read one or two articles from Tron Weekly that haven't been the greatest, but by and large, if you're out there looking for a reliable source for like reading your own articles, Tron Weekly Journal, I have to recommend it at this point. So, with that said, if you are new to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe and also ring that bell so that you can stay up to date with me covering all the cryptocurrency related articles that you send me or that I stumble across myself, primarily as you can see as it regards to XRP, right? But I do like to cover other tokens, as we will be talking about in my next video, where we discuss Google chasing the 90% potential of blockchain that Facebook left out, right? So, as always, I've been Jade, you've been watching The Martian Report, and I can't wait to see all of you, my XRP Martians, in my next video on Mars.